Hey, what's up everybody? Justin Proper here. Welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to be talking about Jeff Goldblum's controversial statements about the LGBT community and Islam. So, for those of you who don't know, I am a part of the LGBT community. I am bisexual, just putting that out there. Never really felt like making a big statement at all. Most people already knew at this point, so if this is news, if this turns you off from the channel, I didn't need you in the first place. So, but anyways, I don't want any like special treatment or anything just because, but I do feel like, I should talk about this because, I feel the need that it's necessary, in all honesty. And it's not, for like any sort of political statement, but it's just, I'm just stating my opinion. I have a different opinion than a lot of other people in this community, if you will. I mean, it's not like we all think the same, like some people do. Like, the LGBT community is outraged by this, outraged by that. It's just, it's annoying, and I hate it when people speak up for me. So I'm going to speak up for myself and say, no, I disagree with this. And let's just get into it. Jeff Goldblum questions about Islam on RuPaul's Drag Race leaves viewers divided. Jeff Goldblum has sparked some serious debate after he appeared on RuPaul's drag show and raised a question about the LGBTQ plus acceptance in Islam. The actor appeared as a guest judge on the reality show, which is currently in the midst of its 12th season, where he commented on contestants' performances during a Stars and Stripes-themed runway challenge in episode 9. During the challenge, Iranian-Canadian... I kind of like that. Iranian-Canadian. Flows on the tongue very well. Iranian-Canadian contestant Jackie Cox walked the runway in a red and white striped kaftan and a starred hijab, a look that proves, she explained in a voiceover, that you can be Middle Eastern, you can be Muslim, and you can still be American. Even though you're Canadian, but okay, all right, that's fine. Hey, America's awesome, so all right. When it came time for the judges to comment on the performance, Goldblum asked Cox whether she was religious, to which she responded, "I am not. To be honest, this outfit really represents the importance that visibility for people of religious minorities need to have in this country." All right, representation, cool. I mean, this is America. It's a melting pot. It's great. As Goldblum states, is there something in this religion that is anti-homosexuality and anti-woman? Does that complicate the issue? I'm just raising it and thinking out loud and maybe being stupid. Yeah, so he's asking a question. Kind of like, and going back to, how she's not very religious, I would understand. I'd totally understand, because in a lot of these Middle Eastern countries, and what Jeff Goldblum, how he understands it, that a lot of these countries do not have very great acceptance laws of people in the LGBT community. So it makes sense. I mean, there are people there are a handful of countries that if you are gay, you will get the death penalty. I think there's like 5 of them have that, and other countries, like you'll go to jail, or there's some other sort of punishment for that. But yeah, they happen to be Middle Eastern countries. They happen to be predominantly Islam influenced religiously. A lot of that can be blamed on the legislators, for sure. But a lot of the people also genuinely hold those beliefs as well. So it comes into question some of these laws that are in place in these countries that are run by people who vehemently practice these religions. These kind of questions are going to come up, and when there is a problem that's going on and it kind of like correlates, it's important to ask these kind of questions. And because this person, decided to make that statement, and if someone has a question about it, like, what are you going to do? Not ask and just kind of accept it, be like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. But no, if it doesn't, like, ask a question. What are questions offensive now? Are questions just going to be like something that people are outraged by? I mean, some people, yeah. And to them, I say, screw you. You suck. Like, we can't ask questions? Like, and this wasn't even a bad question. It wasn't like poorly phrased, perhaps, but not like it wasn't like he was going out and maliciously attacking this person, so I don't get that. Cox admitted she had misgivings about the way LGBT people are treated in the Middle East, but defended her stance by saying, at the same time, I am one. Well, okay. Then why do you live in Canada then? If Iran is so safe, then I guess if they are very accepting. Again, it could go back to legislators. It could go back to, like, criticizing the government for how they've enabled these laws. But it's, when there's a problem, like, here's my thing. People will just have no filters of criticizing and won't even think twice about criticizing Christianity or white theocracy. But as soon as they're brown, then all of a sudden we have to make them a protected class, which it's just like, no, you're criticizing a religion. Not the people who, like, look, do I think that every single Muslim believes in everything that the religion entails? No. Do Christians believe everything in the Bible is literally true? No. There are religious people who don't take everything as seriously. They take the values that come from it that will help them make them a better person. Like, it doesn't mean just because you follow religion doesn't mean you're a bad person. It's just that there are issues with the religion itself. Some things in the text people have problems with. I don't understand this. I don't understand why is one religion it's okay to criticize but not another. It's just, that's not equality. And so people who are talking about this just clearly don't understand that. Maybe they do. Here are some of the comments. Viewers have taken to social media to debate the issue, with one person writing, "The worst moment this week was Jeff Goldblum's wildly unnecessary comment about homophobia and sexism in Islam. So many queens have worn Christian imagery, and not once were they questioned about stuff like this. And Jackie's runway was powerful, and she didn't deserve that." Again, asking a question. A question. I don't know what to tell you. And then someone else said, that statement by Jeff Goldblum that Islam as a religion is anti-woman and anti-LGBT was so incredibly uneducated and dangerous and hurtful. It was also just a question, not a statement, as I just said, by Femme Snowflake. Because, of course, you virtue signaling... Whatever. Jeff Goldblum felt the need to say, but isn't Islam anti-gay and anti-woman to Jackie because she was wearing a Stars and Stripes hijab, as if America hasn't been anti-gay and anti-woman from the outset or killed and displaced millions of Muslims, including women and queers. Why? See, this is just one of those things where it's like, okay, we're asking a question about this. Oh, but over here, this is also an issue. But like, no, we're talking about this issue. Talk about this. Oh, but this over here. No, that's not an argument. That's invalid. I reject your hypothesis. I reject the way that you approach that. You're not answering the question. You're not answering it. You're trying to avoid it by placing blame on something else entirely. It has nothing to do with it. So, yeah, it's just ridiculous to me. Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, these are countries, like, there's a lot of countries where it's illegal to be gay. You could be thrown off a roof or stoned. It's like Christians did the same sort of terrible, heinous acts, whole Salem witch trials and, throwing women into a river with the rock tied to their ankles off a bridge. So it's just like, yeah, like religion will do wacky stuff to you, into your mindset, if you choose to let it influence you in a negative way, in a way that's not productive, that isn't doing God's work, if you will. So, yeah, and it's valid to criticize, like, it's fine to criticize Christianity, as fine as it is to question Islam, excuse me. So I don't see why one has to be protected and one is not. Like, it's just, What is the point? What is the point of this virtue signaling? Like, you're shutting down a conversation. You're shutting down people who are asking, who want to be educated, and you're like, nope, you're just a bigot. Like fuck you. Fuck you and your and your virtuous asinine comments. It's so ridiculous that people genuinely believe this kind of stuff. Like, it blows my mind. It blows my mind. Anyways, other people did say that while it wasn't the smartest thing to bring up on national television when there wasn't a setup for an actual discussion about it, but it was an earnest inquiry that wasn't brought up with any malicious intent. And having questions about Islam is not Islamophobia. Yep. And how's Jeff Goldblum getting backlash for asking Jackie about Islam's stand on homosexuality? It's a political episode. Jackie did a political statement based on something she knows personally. How better to ask? And he doesn't know. Why not ask? And that is the whole crux of the issue. And let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Do you think that Jeff Goldblum should have asked this question at all? Do you think that having a political statement does not at least inspire a discussion, albeit a brief one? Do you think that my opinions on it are uneducated? Do you agree? You disagree? What do you think? Leave a comment down below. And if you like this video, hit the like button. If you didn't, hit the dislike button. My feelings won't be hurt. And if you're new here, subscribe and share this video. I would greatly appreciate it. And check out my weekly stream, This Week in Bullshit, which is on Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Go check that out every week. And as always, live long and proper, and have a great day.